Yo, y'all, it is Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, looking at the quarterbacks for the 2021 draft. I'm pretty sure this is the video that you guys have been looking for a while. I've seen you guys toss around names, whether it's a Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, or Zach Wilson, even if the Jets don't take him. There's a lot of intrigue with the number 3 overall pick. I know that the 49ers, they know who they want to pick in this particular pick with number 3. This should be interesting to see where they're going, and it's interesting to speculate what they're going to do. We're going to get a lot of answers for the comments below if you do comment on which quarterback the 49ers should take with the number 3 overall pick, and I'm excited for that. This one has been a big intrigue for a while, for the past couple of days now. For the past couple of years, it's been pretty consensus on who we're going to pick with each draft pick, but this year in particular, with all the talent that there is in the quarterback position, this is going to be a lot of debate right here, and I can't wait to talk about this right here, right now. But before I get the video started, as always, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share this channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers top quarterback choices for the number 3 overall pick, NFL Draft 2021. Number 3, Alabama quarterback Mac Jones. I'm kind of intrigued with this pick. He's been getting a lot more love for the past couple of weeks now, ever since the college football season ended. I've been trying to grow on him a little bit. I sort of am a fan, but he's probably the least likely guy that I would take with the number 3 overall pick. To be honest with you, I think this would be a reach if they picked him number 3 overall. Things I like about him, he is a great leader from all accounts from Alabama. He can play football, very accurate with the ball, complete 77% of his passes in his last year. That is absolutely ridiculous. You don't really see 77%. That's like Drew Brees numbers in the NFL. Very impressive. But other than that, a lot of people are comparing him to Jimmy Garoppolo, of all people. That's good and all. They say he's pro-ready, but at the same time, with Jimmy Garoppolo probably being the starting quarterback in 2021, do we need him to be even sitting out in the first place? I mean, if we needed a quarterback right here, right now, I would take Jones, but for the situation that we're in right now, I wouldn't take him at all. Plus, Alabama quarterbacks, they don't really have the biggest success in the NFL because their team is so stacked from all positions, skill position-wise. You have great receivers like Devontae Smith, who I think was the Heisman Trophy winner. You also have some great talent, running backs, offensive lines. It's pretty much a super team of college football. Jones, as much as I think he can be great, I don't know. I don't think his ceiling's really that high, in my opinion. I kind of agree with a lot of people. For me personally, I would not take him with number 3 overall pick. If we had the 12th pick overall, maybe, but number 3, that's a little bit of a reach. Number 2 for me is going to be quarterback Justin Fields from Ohio State. He is probably the most intriguing guy, in my opinion, outside of Trevor Lawrence and all those other guys. I think Fields has a lot of upside, a lot of downside as well. I'll be talking about my number 1 guy in a second. Fields had a great campaign in Ohio State, 2 years. 2 great, phenomenal years. Last year was a little short and stricken year due to everything going on. He played well for the most part. He had some games where he struggled, but I don't watch too much college football. I had to watch mostly highlights because I just don't watch college football like that. From what I'm seeing, is looking pretty good. I think the only problem for him is he could be a little bit of a turnover machine. That's not good. I mean, we've seen our quarterback, Jimmy G, have some bad turnovers, but for the most part, he's had some great moments. He completed 70% of his passes in Ohio State, so that's very impressive in his last year. Was he great as 2019? Probably not, but at the same time, 2020 was a little bit of a weird year, so you kind of have to give him a little bit of a pass. The one good thing about him is he's very athletic. That's really good news to hear. All these quarterbacks now have to be somewhat athletic in today's NFL. They can't just be complete drop-back quarterbacks like Mac Jones is at Alabama. But Fields, as much as I love him, I love his ability. I heard he's really good at getting out of pressure. The same with Jones. It's just the guilty by association. Ohio State quarterbacks, apparently their offenses are not really pro-style. I mean, most college offenses aren't pro-style, but there's just something that it just doesn't work out in the NFL. I can name the list of quarterbacks that haven't worked out as Ohio State quarterbacks. You look at Cardale Jones, Dwayne Haskins, Terrell Pryor. Those are just a few names out of everybody that you can find as Ohio State quarterbacks in the NFL, and they all pretty much flounder in the NFL. So that's my big concern if they're going to be drafting Fields. But if they believe he's the guy, then I guess I have to be on board 100%. He's up there on my list, but he's not my number 1 guy, definitely. So if anything happens, anything weird that every quarterback gets taken, then yeah, I'll take Fields. But if we can have a better option, which I believe we do have better options in my opinion, then I'm going to be taking it right now. So for me, number 1, the quarterback that I would take with the number 3 overall pick in the 2021 draft is quarterback Trey Lance of North Dakota State. This one's kind of controversial. A lot of people are going to love it. A lot of people are going to hate this pick, but I believe the way that they saw Patrick Mahomes and Alex Smith in Kansas City, the way that they operated, this could be a very similar situation. You have Jimmy G, who is a great quarterback. He can play when he's healthy, but that's the big problem with him, is being healthy and turnovers. Lance, he's more of a quote-unquote raw talent. I believe he could play in day one, but I think out of all the quarterbacks that need polishing and needing to sit out a little bit, Lance is the guy that is going to have to do that. I love his game so far. I know North Dakota State wasn't really the biggest competition, pretty quote-unquote easier football, but at the same time, you still got to play football. He was phenomenal last year with the full season. He threw 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. In the first game of 2020, he threw, I think, 1 or 2 touchdowns. He did have an interception, but after that, they shut down their season for the rest of the year. But still, very high. A lot of people on their quarterback draft boards have him, number 2, number 3 in terms of all quarterbacks. Well, I guess number 4 if you want to talk about that as well. But Lance, I'm a huge fan of, and I just love his size, his ability. If they can send him out for 1 year or even a couple of games before, quote-unquote, Jimmy gets hurt, then yeah, I'm a big fan of. There's just something cool about him. There's just something that I am like, wow, this is the guy right here. North Dakota State, man. I mean, this is the same school Carson Wentz went, and I believe he's going to be a better quarterback than Wentz. So there's just a lot of excitement for this pick in particular. Kyle Shanahan, with the way that he operates himself, the way he runs a pro-style offense, the way he commands the team in North Dakota State, I think he could do the same thing with the 49ers. And plus, the 49ers are a very stacked team. If he's ready to play football, he's ready. But if not, then Jimmy can start for a bit, and he can sit out, and I think he can be that Patrick Mahomes. That's a little bit too early to say, but he can have that similar kind of career where he just sits out and he has an awesome career later on. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the NFL draft for 2021. Which quarterback should they take in the first round? I was going to mention Zach Wilson, but I believe the Jets will take him number 2 overall because they just need to. I think they need to move on from Sam Darnold, in my opinion. I don't think they should be upgrading positions. I think they should just move on from him and go with Wilson. Assuming that he's there, he could be a top pick for the 49ers, but assuming that the Jets do take him, he's off the board. Please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up hopefully tomorrow on a Thursday, if not a Friday. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.